Thank you so much.
Let's open this up. Let's open this up. So Samajwadi Party has forgotten conveniently what the Tikait brothers had done in 2011. As I said, viewers, 10 years ago. What did they do? And let me quote back to them their favorite publication. A publication they read from morning till evening. Let me read back. They say, and let me read it. And this is very important, viewers. This is about a leader called Mr. Jola, who represents one of the farm bodies. And he says, viewers, when he met the Tikaits at the Muzaffarnagar Mahapanchayat on January 29th this year, Jola told them that they had made two mistakes. One, you helped defeat Ajit Singh. He told them, referring to the RLD leader. And two, you killed Muslims. This is Jola telling Tikait, who is supported by the Samajwadi Party today. I rest my case. There are cases against these individuals. Why? The Tikait brothers had addressed a Jat Mahapanchayat that stoked violence in Muzaffarnagar, led to the death of 62 people, mostly Muslims. This is a publication that the Congress leadership reads and swears by, the News Laundry. This is what it is. The News Laundry is what they read all the time. This is what they say. I'm not even putting out Times Now or any other publication. It's the News Laundry. Let me bring in Dr. Anand Ranganathan. The fight here is between two antagonists, the Samajwadi Party and the BJP. There is the whiff of communalism in the air. Who do you believe today is carrying the banner for this divisive politics?
To answer very truthfully, I think Indian politics itself. I'm profoundly amused, Rahul, whenever people accuse the BJP of playing the communal card. I mean, here we have every party playing the communal card. Here we have religion seeped in us. Here we have holy books that we repeat multiple times a day that start with accusing each other of being worse creatures. I mean, what is more communal and hate-filled than that? So, you know, it is ridiculous to accuse just BJP of playing the communal card. We are seeped in polarized culture because of religion. So let's accept that. Number two, to come back to the thrust of your thesis, Rahul, first of all, I hope those 40% of your respondents who said that the BJP is anti-farmer are like me, who believe BJP is anti-farmer because it repealed the 3 laws. It wasn't anti-farmer because it wanted to bring in those farm laws, because every political party wanted to improve the lot of the farmers and farming and bringing those laws. Just when BJP brought it, they all turned against it. So I hope, as I believe, BJP is anti-farmer because it has repealed those farm laws which would have been so beneficial for our farmers and would have turned the economy of this country around. And right now we've actually taken, I don't know, not just one step back, but maybe hundreds of steps back. Coming back to this particular situation, it looks to me that your opinion poll on, at least on UP, is going to hold very true. BJP is going to sail through with simple majority. And if it does, it is going to beat incumbency. It would actually do at the back of unprecedented central support, central schemes, as well as what Yogi achieved in the last 5 years. I mean, I'm not going to rattle out the numbers for Ayushman Bharat or Ujjwala or the toilets that have been made that have resulted in the benefit of 53,000 rupees per household. I'm not going to talk about the tap water connections. There are so many central schemes. But let me just focus right now on comparing 2017 when Yogi came in to what the situation is now. And let me give you 2 parameters in detail, just a minute. And I will ask my esteemed colleague, the SP spokesperson, 3 parameters that I would compare to his SP Raj. So, I mean, there is, if you talk of, for example, development in terms of infrastructure. Now, you know, in the last 15 years, Rahul, the Samajwadi Party and the BSP governments combined, 470 kilometers of expressway were built. In the last 5 years of Yogi government, 650 kilometers of expressway have been built and delivered. Within 3 years, UP will have an expressway network spanning 1700 kilometers. You know the total expressway network span in India? 1800 kilometers. Point number 2. This is about the law and order situation. There is no doubt that it has improved under Yogi compared to under Akhilesh, and I'm talking NCRB parameters. You look at, for example, dacoity, the cases have been halved. You look at the Yogi government that has so far seized and demolished 1,100 crores worth of properties held by mafias and criminals. 10,000 criminals with bounties on their heads are in jail. 36,990 criminals have been arrested under the Gangster Act, while 523 accused have been booked under NSS. So many other things. Reduction in 45% in rape cases from 3419 in 2016 to 2317 in 2019.
What's the question?
But now let me ask just three very vital comparisons, and I ask the questions, and if you permit me 20 seconds, I will leave it to the SP spokesperson to answer them.
Okay.
The number one question is this. And I'm talking about the data 5 years ago, comparing it down. Number A, UP GDP per capita in 2017 was 47,000. What is it now, sir? Number B, 32% of UP women had studied 10 years or more in school. What is the percentage now, sir? And number 3, UP infant mortality rate was 63.5 in 2017. What is it now? Just answer these three questions if you feel UP has regressed. Pointed questions to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Can I come in, Mr. Ranganathan?
Yeah, please
Rahul,
respond.
can I come in?
Respond, sir.
Thank you. I'm very happy that some very high quality debate is happening finally. So to answer the first thing, when he talked about roads and infrastructure, I would like to correct him that 341 kilometer of expressway has been delivered by Yogi Adityanath government, which is the Purvanchal Expressway. The other figure that you add up to make it 650 is the Bundelkhand Expressway, which is only about 30% complete. So it has not been completed. It will be completed in 2 years' time. So there you stand corrected. Now I come to your law and order question. Law and order, again, quoting from NCRB data, and our chief minister went on record to say that there used to be riots in the Samajwadi government, and there have been no riots since 2017. Well, NCRB data states the number of riots has actually gone up by about 25 to 30% between the same corresponding period that we are talking about. Then same NCRB data I will quote here, that the heinous crimes against women, children and Dalit has actually gone up in the phase of BJP rule. And then there have been such cases which have grabbed national eyeballs in terms of what happened to the Dalit women in Hathras. Before that, the Sengar case,
Sir,
and now the Lakhimpur Kheri case. These are blatant
Okay. 10 seconds.
cases.
Okay.
So I'll just allow me
Dr.
to complete
Ranganathan wants to
and
respond
answer.
to you. Fair enough. Quick response, and then I want to open up more numbers on the screens. More talking points, more numbers. Yes.
And
yes,
and I would
thank
just
you very much, sir.
answer one
And
more
I
thing,
really appreciate
because Mr. Ranganathan talked
I really
about
appreciate
GDP
your frank
and
answers. I really
economy
do.
of the state. I would
Now
like
listen
to
to
point
him.
out.
Listen to him now.
Just let me complete, and then just 30 seconds. So when he talked about GDP and the economy of the state, let me tell you, UP is an MSME state with 94% of the employment and the revenue coming from the MSME sector.
Okay.
And post demonetization, post GST, post pandemic.
Okay,
most
numbers
of the
will be
MSME
up.
sector
Okay, fair enough.
is
You've listed them.
closed.
It's a laundry list. Fine. Let's quickly, Dr. Ranganathan, I want to open up more numbers. Yes.
Yes, very quickly. Number one, I can quote to you the NCRB data. The number of riots have come down from 8,018 in 2016 to 5,714 now. So I'm quoting NCRB. But, sir, I must tell you, even though you've been very frank.
Riots. Wow. And we have
Yes.
the state.
Do you know in India there are 53,000 communal riots every year? Do you know that?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be an Indian.
Okay, gentlemen, one
does that
second.
mean?
One
But
second.
now-
Let's open out
now
more
can I
numbers.
provide the answer?
Let's go region by region. Yeah, okay. Dr. Ranganathan, make your answer. Make your answer quickly. I've got 30 seconds. I need to go to the numbers. We are falling back in
Correct.
this show. Yes, please.
I'm so sorry. I had asked three questions.
Yeah.
None of them were answered by the respectful SP
Okay, the three
spokesperson.
questions
The
were
answers
GDP
are-
in 2017, GDP now per capita.
Correct. Yes.
The mortality, infant mortality, and the number of
Correct.
educated girls. Okay, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Not
So
answered.
the-
I noted that. He picked up his own facts and hit you back. We can keep cherry picking the facts, viewers. Let's open this up. Let's look at some.
Before I I go to Varis Pathan, I want to get in Dr. Anand Ranganathan. And Anand Ranganathan, the question is, Sabha mentions phenomenal growth for the Samajwadi Party. Well, there were sub 50 numbers in the previous assembly. Now they are slated to get right up to 150. That is a 300% increase. So that is phenomenal as well. But is it beyond the halfway mark is the question over here. And as of now, as things stand today, because this particular poll takes into account the period between 1st of January to 9th of January. In fact, 16th of December to 9th of January. And in this period, at least, the Samajwadi Party has done very well, but not quite beating the BJP. Would you agree with that direction of the voters' mood?
Yeah, good evening, Navika, and good evening to all my fellow panelists. No, I think you're right. The general direction of your opinion poll is, I think, Pat is bang on. Because ultimately, Navika, of course, I'm speaking from the confines of my house. I'm not going out on the ground, as some of your panelists are claiming that they are. I go by data. So how do voters make a call in any elections? Of course, one may say that it is based on caste, religion, ethnicity, or personality of the candidate. There's truth in that, yes. But a rational voter would always go by performance. And for that, there are indicators. So you don't have to visit a village to find out what the indicators are, whether BJP has done something or not. And so, if the BJP beats anti-incumbency, it would be at the back of unprecedented central support and central schemes, as well as what Yogi has achieved in the last 5 years. Let me explain. Just give me a couple of, it's very important. Millions of Jan Dhan accounts have been opened in the last 5 years. Millions of Ujjwala beneficiaries totaling about 2 crores. Gas connectivity has increased dramatically in the last 5 years. Millions of toilets have been constructed in the last 5 years, resulting Navika in an annual benefits of 53,000 per household. Millions of households are to get tap water this year. There are millions of Ayushman Bharat insurance scheme benefits. Now let me come to what Yogi specifically ended. And here, let me make only 2 parameters, infra and law and order. In the last 15 years, Navika, of Samajwadi Party and BSP governments combined, 470 kilometers of expressways were built. In the last 5 years of Yogi government, 650 kilometers of expressway have been built and delivered. And now with the 600 kilometer long Ganga expressway being approved and 35,000 crores sanctioned for it, UP is well on its way to deliver faster economic growth. The other thing is, let us compare now law and order. Now there is no doubt that it has improved under Yogi, and this is across multiple parameters. For example, in 2017, UP recorded 4,000 cases of robbery, and 2020 was 2,241. Cases of dacoity are nearly halved in the state. There is reduction of 45% in rape cases, from 3,419 cases to 2016 to 2,379 in 2019-20. The Yogi government has so far seized and demolished 1,100 crore worth of properties held by mafia and criminals. 10,000 criminals with bounties on their heads.
डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन, अभी आप ये जो फीते वाली बात कर रहे हैं, ये बहुत सेंसिटिव बात है, and I'm sure Ghanshyam Tiwari is wanting to come into.
Navika, just 30 seconds, because I was coming to Ghanshyam. Can I please take 30 seconds?
आपको कैसे मना कर?
Allow me to make my point or a shoot?
Just 30 seconds, because I had a pointed question to Ghanshyam Tiwari.
No, I'm coming. In which case I'm coming back to you. वारिस पठान बहुत नाराज हो रहे हैं. ये मुझे पता नहीं क्यों नाराज हो रहे हैं. नाराज इसलिए हो रहे हैं. I'll come back to you, Anand. But नाराज इसलिए हो रहे हैं वारिस पठान साहब क्योंकि ज्यादा सीटें नहीं नजर.
आपका एक बहुत पुराना स्टेटमेंट मैं उखाड़ के लाया हूँ. आपने कहा था नंबर्स बोलते हैं. वोट शेयर तो आज आप वोट शेयर पे आप लोगों के पास जा रही, लेकिन आपने पहले कहा था नंबर्स बोलते हैं. तो मैं सिर्फ नंबर्स को बुलवाना चाहता हूं विद माय गुड फ्रेंड घनश्याम तिवारी जी. मैं 3 नंबर दूंगा. मैं कंपेयर कर रहा था अभी क्या स्थिति है यूपी की टू 2017. तो घनश्याम तिवारी जी आप प्लीज रेडी रहिए. मैं आपसे 3 सवाल पूछूंगा. 2017 में यूपी का जीडीपी पर कैपिटा 47,500 था. आज की तारीख पे कितना है? नंबर 2, 2017 में 30% यूपी विमेन had carried out 10 years of schooling or more. आज के फिगर कितना है? और नंबर 3 फाइनली 2017 में यूपी का इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी रेट 63.5 था. आज की तारीख में कितना है? ये 3 नंबर मुझे बता दीजिए. दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा कि यूपी में आदित्यनाथ को लोगों ने स्वीकारा है कि नहीं.